Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We're here at one of my special filming spot locations because guess what? We're gonna do it again, going further in depth with another new redesigned car, and it's this one right here. This is that 2026 Nissan Sentra SR. But before we get into this, let's talk about what's going on here. So the whole purpose of some of these videos that we're putting together to go a little further in depth is to show what is it like to live with a vehicle that is all new or mostly all new. With the Sentra, lots of changes, especially on that interior. And with this particular series of videos, it's all about making you the driver behind the wheel and seeing exactly what is it going to be like day in and day out, accessing certain things in the infotainment system. How does it drive? How are the seats? All those things and everything in between. So why don't we go ahead, you get behind the wheel, and let's find out what is it like to live with this all-new Nissan Sentra. All right, guys, this is that what's it like to live with in this new Nissan Sentra SR. When you enter the vehicle, this is exactly what you're gonna see. Here is your Nissan key fob. I like the way they updated it, yet kept it simple. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the cup holder. And we're gonna go ahead and fire the new Sentra up. It tells you what to do, in case you don't know what to do. The start stop button is all the way on the upper left-hand corner of the center console. And this is what you're greeted to when you first start up the vehicle. Now, let me just go over all the controls. So you have your power mirrors, make your adjustments for the driver and passenger side, right with the controls underneath your lock and unlock. Of course, you have your power windows, one touch operation for the driver's side. On the steering wheel, love the way all the controls are flat black. Your audio controls, Pro Pilot Assist, all those things are flat black, easy to figure out. Don't have to worry about fingerprints. You got your wireless charger. And then your drive mode selector, which another thing they did was kept it simple. This car is like idiot proof. You got USB-Cs, 12 volt, the cup holders. You can shut your auto start stop feature real easily. Now the infotainment system, this is new for 2026. Larger screen, that's a 12.3. That is your home screen here. Now you could swipe and get into different functions of it, or you could hit the little app button down below to get into different setup features, interior lighting, because you do have ambient lighting in here. And then we're right back where we started. Another thing is all your AC controls are accessible in the screen. It is dual climate. You do have heated seats, 3 stages, and a heated steering wheel, all accessible in the screen. Now, if you don't want to use the screen to touch, you don't have to. You could make your adjustments down below on your physical controls, whether it be the temperature, your blower fan, your heated seats. Nice to have it your way. You get to choose which way you want to have it. Another thing is going to be camera. This has 360-degree cameras. There's your forward-facing camera. You're just going to tap it once. This is what it brings up. Tap it again. It's going to let you see on the sides. Tap it again. Now you have a nice wide panoramic view. It's the technology that they've added that really makes this an easier car to drive, and it's nice to have these technology pieces. This shifter, easily reachable. That's for your CVT. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to buckle up and show you what it's like to live with this this new Sentra. So backing out, look at the cameras. So they did a great job on the resolution, the 360. You got your trajectory lines, which is great. You have, of course, the ability for it to warn you when you're backing up. There were lights that came on the bottom there. And then now we're off and running. Now, when it comes to your digital gauge cluster, there's not a lot of information, but I think that's a good thing. I don't think you need a ton of information for this car, and it's easy. You're just gonna scroll, use your thumb to go through the two options that you have. You could also, if you don't like the way the gauges are set up with a tachometer and a speedometer, you could actually change that and have it set up like that. I prefer the more traditional route where you actually have gauges. Turn signals on the left, that's always going to be with your lights, and then wipers are on the right. But going down the road, I think you're really going to love how easy it is to drive this vehicle, plus the fact that you get the zero gravity seat still. It's an 8-way power adjustable seat for the driver. Passenger in the SR trim gets manual seat controls. I'm gonna go ahead and put it into sport mode. You're gonna hit that D mode selector switch that puts us into sport, just 3 modes. And that's gonna change the steering sensitivity, throttle sensitivity, and how the engine and the transmission behave with one another. To shut off that pesky auto start stop, it's right here near the drive mode button. And then I'm just gonna lower the blower fan just a little bit and bring up our home screen. But just everything is well laid out in here. So they did a really nice job with that. And it actually feels higher end than the previous generation Sentra, especially with the larger screen displays. You have the wireless charging for your phone, and then the new single spoke design wheel, which is a pleasure to hold on to. It's a nice thickness, it's leather, feels good. It manually adjusts, tilting and telescoping if you need. And, you know, you hold it really nicely on the 9 and 3 o'clock positions. The one bad thing that well, two bad things that they did not change was it still has a CVT, and they didn't add any extra horsepower. So it has a very similar driving experience to the previous generation. But with that being said, they did make some changes to the suspension, the steering rack, the sound deadening material, and it's actually quite pleasant on the interior. The seats are what really make it. You don't feel like you're sitting in a bucket. They're nice and supportive without being too harsh. And there's not a lot of outside noise that comes into the interior, which is a big plus. But this really would be that perfect daily commuter. You're getting 29 mpgs in the city, around 36 on the highway. You get your great storage underneath this center console, lots of room, and the new materials. The dash does not change with the modes, so it's not like a color change or anything like that, which is a bit of a bummer, but I don't think it's that big of a deal because the dash does look really good, the graphics, the colors. The thing is, you're gonna have to time your acceleration changes just right, because 0 to 60 in about 8 seconds. So you're really not gonna set the road ablaze on any kind of super fast acceleration. But it's one of those vehicles that's gonna eat up a lot of miles, and you're still gonna feel very comfortable, very fresh. And if you want a higher trim, they did bring back SL, which is the top trim above this SR. There's also S and SV. But just everything is well sorted in here. There's not a bunch of gloss black, which is nice. And it's I'm gonna say it again, it's very, very comfortable. Blind spots, they're not bad in this vehicle. You obviously want to use your mirrors, turn your head, but other than that, you don't have a lot of blind spots in here, which is great. Another thing I think you'll appreciate is that when it comes to overall handling, there's not a bunch of body roll. So that's good as well. So if you need to, you know, throw it into a corner, it doesn't roll all over itself. It's actually quite poised and ready to rock and roll. We're gonna go on throttle here in a second. On throttle, here we go. There's the simulated shifts. The simulated shifts definitely help with the driving experience, especially on the downshifts. Remember, the car's front-wheel drive. They're very composed. They did make some strong changes with this all-new Sentra when it comes to driving dynamics. I think it's a sedan, a compact sedan that you will be very happy with, and for the price, I mean, $31,000, I feel like they were able to pack a lot into this vehicle. But I'm hoping that this deep dive has been well worth it for you. We're gonna get back to where it all started and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, always a good day to have you in the vehicle with me, right behind the wheel. Got to thank everybody at Nissan USA for getting us access to this press fleet vehicle. Now let me know what you think. Are you overall pleased with what you see on how it's going to be living with a Nissan Sentra, how it is to park it, how it is what going down the highway, blind spots, all those goodies? Let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on that. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, think of being part of the Raised Rights family, gotta give it to Latte Lori. She's the Energizer Bunny. She just keeps going and going and going. So thank you, Lori, for all you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.